Everyone, it's John Benson again, back for day 23 out of 30 from Persuade and Profit live here at Facebook on the Facebook.com. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm John Benson. I'm a little early today. That's cool. We're testing some stuff to make sure it all works out okay technically. So today is the big day. Today is like a huge day in case you're interested in making a lot of extra cash from your sales pitches. If not, then you should probably go somewhere else. And I don't know, Disneyland might be doing something kind of cool right now. But in case you're interested in doing something that has something to do with persuasion and making money online, this may be a good place for you to do this. So we're going to talk about what's called the ultimate offer. That's also called the grand offer in Accelerator. It's a little bit different here. I'm going to clear my throat here. The ultimate offer, which is simply setting up the actual pitch. The actual pitch of a sales page. So in other words, when you ask the customer for their credit card. Happy Friday, Wade. Hello, everyone. Everybody's going to come on here, we hope. And when you're asking customers for credit cards, what do you say? How do you get that to happen? How do you position it? There's multiple steps in this. We're going to go through all the steps. And again, I want to remind you that I am John Benson. In case you don't know who I am, I'm John Benson, the $1 billion copy coach, because I've helped people earn over $1 billion from the copy and strategies that I've created. So that's a cool thing. It's actually a billion a year, but I don't want to brag too much, but that is the case. So also, we are going to be going over what I call the $50 million sales letter blueprint. If you've been here for the past few days, you know all about this, but in case you don't know that you can actually get that blueprint so that you can follow along with us, or you can have it for a cheat sheet from here on out, there's no cost to it. You just type in blueprint into the comments and we will direct you to the website where you can download that and rock on, man, because I want to give that to you. This is a great, like I said, cheat sheet. Look, use it with every sales letter that you do. It's great for written sales letters. It's even good for VSLs, even though I prefer accelerator style VSLs and the fast track style VSLs for VSLs because they're slightly different, psychologically a little bit different. So if you want to get that, type in blueprint and you will be tapped into my messenger bot, and there you go. Away you go. You'll grab it, and that's for everyone for free from here on out. So in case you're wondering, so just do it. So yeah. I don't know if you type in blueprints, please wait. I don't know if that will work, but that's a great way to test to see how well this system works. So I'm letting my staff know. I'm talking to them on Skype saying, hey, does that work? We're going to find out if that works here real quick here. So yeah, we will find out, and I'll let you know. So wait, if it doesn't work, stay tuned. All right, cool. So now here's what we're going to go over today, just so you know. We're going to go over the close, and it's going to be in several sections. We're going to go over a section called retail price as a gift. Okay. In other words, you're not actually not actually paying for anything. I'm actually giving you something. This is a really kick-ass way to make your persuasion even more attractive. A special time in history. A special thanks to my good buddy Ryan Vin DiCarlo, who has come up with this. So I love the special time in history thing. So this is really great. Hard work has been done for you. That's really, really good. What is the price of time? Living without regrets. And finally, what I call the samurai Q&A. That's a lot. So it's a lot to go over today, but it's well worth the time. Let's start with retail price being a gift. And I'm going to show you how all of this works, again, going inside the actual Email Copy Pro. Okay, we're going to make sure everybody's good. Skype me, guys, if we are good. We're going to just do some checks here. Going to make sure that everybody's hearing me, everybody's seeing me. Pop back over here, make sure everybody's hearing me, everybody's seeing me. You should be able to see retail price as a gift. And I'm waiting for the delay here because we're just going to make sure. Yep. Okay, awesome. We are awesome. Cool. Thanks, guys. Okay, so here we go. Inside, again, this is inside Email Copy Pro. And granted, it is all about email, hence that word email, right? But we did put this in here as a bonus for you guys, an entire sales letter. And by the way, just for grins, I wanted to run and find out if, this is really kind of cool. I wanted to run and find out if this right here, I'm being told that you guys can see me. So you can see me on camera. That's cool. Okay, I didn't know that. That's okay. I'm not like picking my nose or anything, so that's good. I just want to make sure you can see the screen, so everybody can see the screen. Okay, that's very important. So I've been typed. We can see you. I don't know if that means they can see me visually or if they can see me. They can see my monitor. So we're going to wait in here and find out and make sure, because I want to make sure you can see all of this right here, everything I'm showing you. Okay, I'm going to go on and proceed that you can. I'm going to hope that you can. So This is a bonus inside Email Copy Pro, and I looked at it last night because we were doing some technical work, and we counted. It's well over 6,000 words. When it was generated, it was like 7,200 some words. So that's really, really cool. Okay, so they're telling me that I don't know what Leanne was thinking, but so she was probably, we can see my monitor. Okay, all right. So this is the blueprint, and in case you're wanting to know where this is, if you're an Email Copy Pro customer, all you do is you go to Email Copy Pro Mission Control. You go to the, you can just literally say view all emails and to type in sales letter blueprint. Boom, it comes right up. Pretty simple. Okay, so now we are all the way down here. As you can go, we are way down here. And this starts off with an absolute steal for just $57. Now, if you'll remember what we talked about last time, this is actually a faux price. And we're going to go back and forth between this and the blueprint, which, again, type in blueprint if you want this entire blueprint, which is all of this, by the way. This is the exact blueprint that we've been covering for the last 5 days. So I want to give you all of this blueprint. It's kind of a little bit lengthy, but yeah, you need all this. So we're down here to the ultimate offer finally. Okay, so the retail price is a gift, and we're going to start with doing you one better. Okay, if I decide to sell my product, 48th Hour Diet, what it's worth is really worth $57. Well, I've already established that up here. If you missed that, be sure to catch that. To go back and watch this video, the one that we did yesterday, so you can see how we set up what's called a faux price. This is actually not the actual. This is the offer value. So we call the offer value. I also call it a faux price. It's not the real price we're selling it for. This is what we should be selling it for. And it's legit. It's not, oh, this is really worth $1,000. This is legit, $57. This is truly worth, you'd be walking away with a Still of Oregon. Factor in all the bonuses, and now you're looking at $114. Now, this is the total offer value right here. The total offer value is $114. That's the price of the bonuses plus the product itself at $57. And you know what? It's a gift. That price is like giving you a gift. It's a gift. This is not something you're paying for. It's a gift because of all the stuff that you're going to give it. This is the only system in the world that does what we're talking about doing. This is it. Remember, we talked about that with the primary cause and primary solution. But I've decided to do you one much better. And now we are coming right here. We're going to do you one much better, and we're going to reveal the price for the very first time. Now, I put this in here for my Email Copy Pro clients in case you're using this by email. You'd say by visiting the page below. If you're using this for a sales page, which we're doing today, by clicking the order button below, you'll receive this for only one payment of only $37. Now, a lot of people have asked me about this. I do want to take a second to show you this. You can leave this field blank. You can say, so it's for only $37. The reason why I say only one payment or one installment or one, however you want to say that, is that allows you to say, notice I didn't say 3 payments, I didn't say 2 payments, only one payment of $37. So that implies that there could actually be payments associated with this so that people don't think they're having to pay multiple payments. Then we tell them what the savings in, put the button here, and we move into the next phase of this. The call to action is simply just the button. Now, special time in history. Now, this is so cool if you're doing anything that is remotely cutting edge, that deals with tech, that deals, or in this case with diet, with new science behind nutrition. There's new stuff out there all the time. Like, I don't care what it is. If you're a marriage and family counselor, there's all kinds of new therapies. There's all kinds of new modalities going there. You name it. There's new stuff out there. And that's why I think most people can use this copy. This is a special time in history. We live in remarkable times. And this is kind of a cool way of phrasing it, making your product look like this is something history hasn't seen before. So the secret and tactics found may have its roots from generations ago. It's only recently that these strategies are now available. That's all it is, that one sentence. So I can give it to you in a different kind of different ways. While the foundations of your happy marriage have been around since biblical times, the latest breakthroughs in psychology and blah, blah, have only been made recently available. And I sometimes say, especially when it comes to supplements and things like that, recently available to the public. Guys in private have had this, athletes and pro guys, but to the public, this is really, really recent. Took a lot of hard work, painful trial and error to get there. And that's why, and this is the painful lessons part. So that's what this whole part is about. Secrets never before available, if that's possible, and that you had to learn those lessons painfully. You had to come across these lessons painfully. But this is a really special time in history. Never before have we been access to so much information, but there's so much new stuff out here. We cut through it all, and that's what I've done inside this product. This is a real product, by the way. I'm just using it as an example, but you could use it for any product. Now, this part's extremely important, and I think you know why. hard part done for you. And I'm not doing my job over here. I should be coming over here and showing you the showing you the little things like, okay, the last time we special time in history, we just passed it. Now we're doing the hard work done for you. So I'm going to try to remember to do that. I'm trying to make this all pretty for you guys. Okay, hard work is done for you. What you need to do is act. That's the one thing I cannot do for you. I love those two sentences. I use them in almost every single sales letter. All I need you to do is act. I sometimes say things like, I wish I could crawl through the monitor and force your hand to push the button and act right now because I know how much this would do for you. That's the only thing I can't do for you. You have the right to choose. I've used this copy a lot. You have the right to choose. And I sometimes say the one thing that's most powerful thing in the world is your God-given right to choose. No one can take that away from you. You look right in your loved one's eyes and say, I did something truly great today, something that will benefit us all, something I believe in. So this is some really stellar copy. Like I said, we can't go over all the copy because it would take us all day, but I want to give you some of the juicy bits for it. So that's the right to choose something truly great, or you could continue on your own. And if you continue on your own, all this bad stuff is going to happen. Right now, if you just keep on going on your own, you're going to lose ground, lose time, think about it. And then that ties us right back into the next section over here, which is going to be the price of time. Psychologically speaking, this is so very powerful. How much is time worth to you? If I could even save a day of your time in pursuit to incinerate your unwanted body fat, wouldn't that be worth a mere $37 to you? So whatever their primary goal is here, you could use, so I could just say lose weight if I want to be more simplistic. Even I could say it here, if I could say you even a day of time in your pursuit to lose weight, wouldn't that be worth a mere $37? Well, what person in the right mind would say, no, I'd give up a whole day? Of course it would. How precious are your moments? So this is why it's the only smart path you could take. That's how we're building this logic here. The only smart path you could take here. Just save even one day in the smart path. That's the price of time. Pretty simple. Now, what happens if you don't take me up on that whole price of time thing? Well, now we're coming over here to living without regrets. And this is kind of important. The importance of living without regrets. What does this assume? Now, you're going to know what I'm going to do here, right? It's duality. I'm going to go right into duality. The absolute worst thing that can happen for you is get your entire investment back. Now, I play with your mind a little bit thing. You think I'm going to say the absolute worst thing that's going to happen to you is you're going to die and you're going to never be happy. No. I'm actually going right back to the offer because remember, we are in the pitch section, okay? So it's totally fine for me to do this. The worst thing that can happen is that you get your entire investment back. Notice I use the word investment a lot. This is an investment into their future, into their life, into their happiness. So I'll use that terminology a lot in sales letters, a lot in VSLs. This is an investment. It's not just a payment. So I could change the word payment. One investment of only 30, but one investment didn't sound right. People can relate better to payments. But I agree from here on out, get your entire investment back. But now I do exactly what you think I'm going to do. However, if you fail to act, all this bad stuff's going to happen. You may never realize your dreams. You continue in path one now, or perhaps even worse, waste more money about it. It's just on down. You live with regret, and you can build this section out as long as you want. I cut this section really short inside the blueprint because a lot of people get kind of wincy when I go into how far down that rabbit hole you can go. The importance of living without regrets. Sorry, guys, but man, it is. So this is the worst thing: is that you get your money back. Even worse. Okay, you may think it's the worst thing. Even worse, all this terrible stuff could happen to you if you don't do this. And then the magic sentence right here, guys. This is the magic sentence. Will you let me help you? It's all right here. Will you let me save you far more of that? Will you let me coach you? Will you let it's you're asking permission. Will you let me help you? That's what this entire session. I actually use that phrase a lot. Will you let me help you? You've seen it in my emails. You know, I can invite you to something. Will you let me help you? It's one of the kindest things that someone can say to somebody, but it's so invitational. I love that. You follow that with a call to action and then your signature, sincerely, John. That's the end of the sales letter, or so most people think. At this point, we get into what's called the Samurai Q&A. And the Samurai Q&A, folks, is some serious persuasion, bad buttery. I'm trying to watch my language for Facebook. This is really, really wicked. I'm scrolling down here to the PS. Now, I went pretty calm in this one, but I'm going to give you an example of what I call Samurai Q&A. What if I get fat even looking at a carb the wrong way? It's not the carbs. So I'm answering just questions. What if I'm not satisfied? Repeat the guarantee. How fast can I see results? That's what most people's Q&As are, right? right? Well, I'm going to give you an example of a samurai Q&A. Are you ready? In this particular example, my friend bought your diet and they lost weight so fast, I thought it was unhealthy. I'm afraid I'm going to lose weight too quickly on this program. What do I do if I lose weight too fast? So what am I doing here? Now, you don't even have to use the friend part. Yeah, I've heard rumors. What happens if I lose weight really quickly? Can I slow it down? I'm implying something. I'm stepping way over the bounds of a question. And here's the cool samurai part. If you have testimonials, you can say, like, for example, you have a testimonial on your website, and someone could say, the question would be like, could I end up like Sally and lose 17 pounds in 14 days? Is that common? Do you hear me? Is that common on your diet? And then you say, no, Sally had great results, but that's actually not common. I recommend that you slow it down. But that's sometimes the effect of how powerful this diet is. You can lose weight really fast. What I suggest you do is you just eat more. Do you see what I'm doing with this? I'm turning Q&A into the best sales pitch ever by using testimonials, by using comments that other people have made. Yeah, I've done this over the years from some really wickedly cool comments. I'll give you an example. Somebody sent me an email, it was like last week, I think, or the week before last, Leanne can tell me, and said, hey, I bought Email Copy Pro and I made $200,000 the first time I used it. Thanks a lot. I'd love to hire you as a coach. And I was like, okay, that's great. So in Samurai Q&A, it could be very simple. I heard, now I could be me. It's me asking the question, right? I heard about that guy that made $200,000 just the first week he bought Email Copy Pro. Is making that much money common? I don't know what I would do that much money. Frankly, I don't have an investment plan. Are you following me? I'm going way over the top here, guys. Way over the top as far as getting into the samurai part of this. Say, okay, well, listen, I'd love to tell you that that's completely common, and it's true that a lot of my customers make a lot of money. In fact, there's people that made a lot more than $200,000. But that's not common. That takes some work. He put some effort into that. And yeah, he did it in a week. That's true, but he probably worked really hard that week. So how motivated are you at this point, right? So that's samurai Q&A. This is typical Q&A. Samurai Q&A is what I'm just spelling out. I purposely hit it in here because I wanted you guys to listen to me, but that's what I would do in real life for my samurai Q&A. So that is going to come over here and complete our entire copy of our entire blueprint. And again, if you need that blueprint, you're going to want to get it over just by typing the word blueprint. And yeah, so I'm going to cover a couple of the things that folks are saying. B-Dub, presuppositions on steroids. Absolutely. This is taking presupposition to the nth degree. And it's so much fun. And I will tell you some of my best samurai Q&As if you guys are really interested in this, because for me, I geek out on this stuff. I think it's really amazing. But I wrote a letter once, a VSL for a hypnosis, a weight loss hypnosis thing. And medical weight loss is a real thing. Medical hypnosis is a real thing. It's kind of interesting to me. It's going to push you over the edge. I mean, there are people that had really amazing results with it. But I decided to take it naturally to the samurai course and decided to think, like, I would just ask the guy, okay, what's some of the craziest things that you've ever heard? And one of the things that the guy heard, he goes, well, one lady said that I can't really say here on, isn't it weird we're being censored on Facebook? I really do feel like I'm living in The Handmaid's Tale, only I'm not wearing red. So, but that a female had a unique physical experience while listening to the meditation audios, and so I took that as like, okay, I've heard that by listening to this audio, you can. And you can just imagine, while the answer is that, well, while that's not common, that has happened before. So that is Samurai Q&A, and hopefully you guys are all laughing at this. If you can decipher my cryptic code here. Okay, I'm going to cover my face here and ask this long question. I asked you for ideas we may need help with on how to teach help. A couple of things I'd love to explore more of. Yes, an example of an advertorial. Excellent. Yes, Leanne, put that on the calendar. I think that's a great thing. You know, an advertorial, we could use, like, I love some of the older advertorials. And yeah, we could definitely use that. The anatomy of perfect email, probably you're referring to sequences, which we are going to talk about. So what is a good sequence? Now, we did this with a 3-day cash machine. That is a perfect sequence, but we could do this a little bit, have a little bit more exploration there. So I love the advertorial idea for sure. Thank you for that very much. Awesome. So brilliant. Thank you very much. Aha moment, realtor process is a gift. Okay, so we see the screen. Okay, hey, it's working. Okay, so I'm reading through here, making sure that everybody, the video is playing for anyone, blurry image. Okay, welcome to the internet hell. So female, yeah, and it was and look, ma, no hands. That was look, ma, no hands. I can't say anymore, but yeah. So because that happened once, that gave me this. I heard that this can happen, and naturally, what does your mind feel in? Your mind feels in like it doesn't think that it just happened once. It thinks that it can happen all the time. So that's the whole idea. I didn't say it happened all the time. In fact, I come back and counter it. So let me give you one more way to do this. Okay. So this one was one of the greatest ones ever. It's like, okay, so we would email our best testimonials. We'd send them an email and say, could we talk to anyone in your family about this? Or would anyone, like, would your wife say this? And so let's talk to this guy's wife. And she said, I was worried he lost weight so quickly. So this guy writes in and says, look, I bought your book and my wife was terrified at how much weight I was losing so quickly. She thought I was unhealthy. Would you please tell her that this is healthy? So, it's just that kind of stuff. It's taking it to the next level. So these are questions, right? Q and A. But how do you phrase a question that turns into one of the best selling points ever? And here's the interesting thing for all you guys that are in some really touchy fields when it comes down to compliance. Again, I'm not an attorney. Always take my advice and run it by a compliance attorney. Nothing I say here is legal. But when asking these kind of questions, let's put it this way: you can open a lot more doors than you can by making statements of fact. Like, it's just a lot more leeway there. So we originally came up with Samurai Q&A to get around some of the nonsense that is inflicted upon copywriters. I'll give you a great example. There's a what's one of the it's like QVC or one of the TV shows that do you can purchase products, and they lead with, this is a miracle pain cure, a bona fide miracle from heaven. Can you imagine if we said that on a sales letter? Now, you used to be able to get by with this stuff. You say this now, you'll go to jail. I mean, you will get crashed down on, right? And if you get caught, it's like, forget about it, right? These guys are on national television saying this stuff. We can't say that. So I don't know how they get by with it and we don't get by with it. But I was tired of we were competing against pain products. And this was a really, really good natural pain remedy. And we couldn't say pain relief. So how do you sell a pain product without saying pain relief? Well, we used tons of priming. I actually gave the doctor who was behind the letter a different name. So it wasn't Dr. Feelgood, okay, but it was along that line and even far more clever. I won't tell you what it was, but it was very clever. It was very clever. It was like, you would hear these words and you would think relief. You would think pain relief, but it's not obvious like that. So that's psychological priming. And so throughout the entire website copy, we were saying his last name, and his last name was essentially a synonym for pain relief, but it's two words put together. So it sounded just like it's a real last name, and it worked brilliantly. Like no one caught it, right? We did that, and we did the Samurai Q&A. And so that's got us over the top of it. So everybody's, like, no hands, I'm going to steal that. Please do. So Sarah, yes, thank you guys. I love this. That's awesome. I'm going to click. Yes. The dilemma is real. Notice how quickly I clicked off of that. Yeah, I'm like completely the opposite of this, by the way. If anyone I'm the least politically correct guy. I really say anything that's on the top of my mind. It's try to be as kind as I possibly can, but so this is so hard for me to say. My team's going, okay, can you reel in the swearing just a little bit? I'm like, I hardly ever swear. No, they wouldn't approve this because you said the word a. I'm like, oh my goodness, really? So yeah, we really are in censorship land here. Kind of crazy. Don't get me started. So great, guys. This was the most fun I had, I think. We went through that really, really quickly. I hope you guys got a lot out of that. Again, if you need that blueprint, let me just remind you that you can go just chat in the chat. At any time you're watching this video, you can just type blueprint, and that will fire off our John bot. And the John bot, who you should meet anyway because he's cool, he's blue, and yeah, you'll get this once you get the thing. That's going to be cool. So we will come back tomorrow, and I am going to get with the team tomorrow and figure out what are we going to do for the next 7 days. We'll do something special. Love the advertorial idea. Love the anatomy of the. I'm going to do the anatomy of the perfect email because we got so many perfect emails in Email Copy Pro. It's ridiculous. So down to every blueprint you can think of. That's really, really good. But we can also take other guys' ideas. If you have ideas and you need them, let us know. If you want us to cover something, let us know in the comments, and we will get. Refreshing to hear someone's teaching real despite all the cyber barrier. Thank you, man. Thank you. Let me tell you, it's not easy. It's there's a lot more cyber barriers now than there was. And I don't want to like paint Facebook with a negative brush here because Facebook's been really good to so many people, including me. I've got so many connections and so many really cool people. I love connecting with you guys. I really, really do. And this has been so much fun. I want to keep doing it. In fact, I'm going to be reminded, I'm sure, at some point by somebody on my team of something they were supposed to tell me, but I'm just going to make them tell me now. So because they did not remind me, but I'm going to remind myself that we're going to do something kind of cool coming up here with some training inside Email Copy Pro, which is a little bit different than what we're going to do. So I'm going to wait for Leanne to remind me though, because I don't remember specifically what it is. So I said, remind me on the chat. So this is her job to remind me. I'm sure she's typing furiously now. That being said, so hang on when I tell you that. Don't forget to comment and win because we're going to get one more commenter and win. We got one more. We're going to announce on next Thursday. So we get one more to win the $2,500 bonus with me. That's me and 4 other folks on a call. And that's going to be cool, a 90-minute call. So do not forget that. And I'm still waiting for my answer for what I'm supposed to say here. So also one of the Terry said, unfortunately, censorship is wrapped around something. Yes, I would agree. I would absolutely agree with that. And it is a shame. And I also will say for all those that think I'm like completely bashing, Facebook's been very good to me and a lot of other people for business wise, and it's been hard. Also, there's been a lot of challenges. To get through to get our stuff seen, and this has nothing to do with politics or anything like that. It has things to do like how the ads that they approve, and like we can make a claim that's completely factually true, but they don't run the claim, things like that. They're trying their best to be protective, and I get that. I really do for you to get that. So Steve, you must be new. How do you win the call? Very simple. You comment. You just we take the commenters that don't say things like 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. We take real comments, and at the end of the period, we put all the real comments into a randomizer. The randomizer spits out a number, and presto, there you are. There you are. So 1 second here. Okay, I'm just texting. So yeah, that's how you win. So if you comment, you have a great chance of winning, and we pick one person at the end of that cycle, and there we go. That's how it happens. So awesome. Well, we are running out of time, guys. So I really appreciate you joining us for today, and we will come back. I will tell you tomorrow what the surprise in the Email Copy Pro thing is going to be. We're going to do some more training, and it's going to be, I'll put it this way, it's going to be 30 more days, and I don't know when we're going to start this. It may start in December, like December 1st. The only problem is, of course, that runs into Christmas and things like that. So I'm going to play around with this, but it's going to be, let's put this. Well, one of the guys said, could you do the perfect email? How about 30 days of it? Like 30 days of doing this and me working with you on that. That's what we're working on. And we're getting there. It may be January before we're ready to do that, but it's going to be so cool because we're going to do something that's going to allow you guys to get really, really quick at this stuff. And of course, it's all free training. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thanks again for joining me, guys. I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.